No, due to YouTube's copyright infringement policy, the music has been turned off completely. So, sorry about that.
No problem. Didn't work. No problem. Got it.
At last, my search is over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure. You may have defeated the pathetic bounty hunter my master sent after you, but you are no match for me. I have studied at the foot of... Do you think those Republic subs are the only way to reach the ocean floor? I acquired a ship and followed the same route. Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for...
Yes? Sure.
You've returned. I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what had happened down there at the facility? Insane. What did they do? And why? Something was down there? Living in the rift by the Kolto? That's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself? Were there any survivors? Well, that's good to know. Good to know indeed. But what has happened to the facility? Was it damaged? No, that is terrible. That will set our work back years. It may even cost us the war. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, but you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. Oh, and did you end up finding it? As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together again.
Yes?
What?
I feel the end of our quest is near. Soon we will discover the location of the Starforge, though what will happen next is uncertain. I've been watching you. I've seen how you've resisted great temptations and continue to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable. The path of the light is a difficult one to walk. We might not even see the shadows until we're surrounded and can never find our way back. And that is why the dark side is so insidious. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause? We are weakened while they are strengthened. I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But words alone cannot save one from... What happened? What's going on?
Sith interdictor ship. They must have been waiting for us on the hyperspace route. We're caught in their tractor beam.
Do you recognize the ship?
It's the Leviathan. Saul Karrath's vessel. My old mentor. Admiral Karrath taught me everything I know about being a soldier. He was a legend in the Republic fleet, and a hero to me until he betrayed us. When the Sith attacked my homeworld, the Leviathan, which is Saul Karrath's flagship, was at the head of the fleet. My family was... I'm not gonna do anything stupid. I mean, I won't throw our lives away in some mad quest for vengeance, but if I get a chance to kill Saul during our escape...
Talk of an escape is somewhat premature, don't you think? We don't even have a plan to get out of this mess.
I'll admit, it won't be easy. Saul's no fool, and he won't underestimate us either.
Maybe Admiral Karrath doesn't know how many of us there are on board. We all have special talent. We just have to figure out who has the best chance to avoid capture so that...
Well, if we're gonna pick someone to save our skins, we better do it quick. In another minute, we're gonna have Sith troops marching up our loading ramp.
You speak the truth. I alone of all the group might be able to remain hidden if the Sith search the ship. I could wait until the guards have completed their search, then come to rescue you.
Hold on, they're dragging us into the docking bridge.
Bastila, Karth, and the crew have been taken prisoner as you ordered, Commander.
Excellent. Have you searched the ship thoroughly? Admiral Karrath warned me to be on alert for any kind of treachery.
We searched the ship from top to bottom. Somebody would have had to be invisible for us not to find them in there.
Well done. Return to your posts and I'll tell the Admiral of this.
Karth, it has been far too long since we last spoke. I see the recent months have not been cut.
But I recognize you, Saul. I see your...
Did you learn nothing in your...
It was a cowardly act of betrayal.
In war, even the...
My wife died in that attack.
You used to be a man of... You're an insignificant...
We will never serve Malak.
Your words are... You're defiant. I'm certain Malak will find... The Dark Lord would probably reward me if I just killed you. You mean... Oh, this can't be true, can it? You really don't know what's going on here. The Dark Lord will no doubt torture you for information and for his... However, Lord Malak is in another sector. It may be some time before he... Enough. I don't want them to pass out before I question them.
Don't waste your breath, Saul. We won't answer any of your questions.
I'm sure you won't. However, we both know you're... It is time to put your loyalty to the test. I doubt torturing you will gain me your true cooperation. However, even the strongest of heroes has... The interrogation will begin now. Each time you refuse to answer...
My pain is meaningless. Tell him nothing.
I tire of these games. Now I want answers. On what planet is the Jedi Academy at which you were trained? Very well. This is the price of your... Enough! You see what happens when... This first question was a test. Obviously, Malak knew the Academy was on Dantooine. Dantooine is an empty graveyard. It doesn't matter whether you believe me or... Now, tell me your mission. How... Perhaps you need a reminder. Can you not hear her? Now I will ask. Perhaps another lesson. Why she did not pass out sooner. Rarely have I seen... I see I'm wasting my time here. I will leave you here in...
Don't try to move too quickly. You might not be fully recovered yet. Admiral Karath had his guards continued.
They tortured all of us, though you got the worst of it by far. Saul wanted them to make us suffer.
The dark side has perverted him, Karth. Once you start down the tainted path, it leads you ever further into... Yes. I suppose you're correct. Sometimes I suppose I'm taking the news of Dantooine's destruction quite hard. I'd like to believe that Saul was lying to us. But even as he said the words, I knew they were true. We should have felt a disturbance in the Force when the attack came. The fact that we did not is a bad sign. I fear the dark. I can only hope that some of the Jedi escaped.
None of this will matter if we don't get out of this prison before Saul gets back. Saul mentioned that Lord Malak was on his way. I think the Admiral left to prepare for his arrival, and to report...
It is fortunate you were able to resist the Admiral's questioning. I have to confess something. There was a moment, just a moment, when part of me was hoping you would tell him what he wanted to know.
I've known Admiral Karath a long time, and I think you're right. The interrogation was a sham. Saul was toying with us. He didn't care what we told him.
Did you feel that? A disturbance in the Force. The Admiral has sent his message.
Well, then we better hope Juhani busts us out of here before he arrives.
I shall not be seen. I shall not be seen.